What is up, you geezers, blow-tie geezers? It is Chris Marder Games here, and in today's Overwatch talk, I want to talk briefly about the arcade mode, because this is a place where I tend to spend most of my time whenever I'm playing the game. And much as I respect all of the changes Blizzard have made to the mode in the past, I'm starting to think that maybe it needs some kind of rework. Now, why am I talking about this? Because I found a post on my Coda Dearman Overwatch guild from a guy called Sackillusion. I don't know if you are watching this right now. I'm giving you a little bit of a shout out. Sackillusion, go and check his channel out. He said arcade mode needs a rework. It's limited and it's becoming more of a chore than something to enjoy. So I decided I agreed with him. So why don't I just talk about it in this Overwatch talk? So right now, what we have are 5 different game modes that are available at different times of the week. You've got one game mode that people are, or should be drawn to, whether this be a popular game mode, a mode that's dedicated to a seasonal event, or whether a new map has been added to the game and Blizzard want you to try it out. So later on, this will be the new Busan map once it goes live to servers. It'll go on to that bigger option. You then have the 4 other modes beside it. So 2 of them we know change every week. So every single week these 2 game modes change, and then one of them changes daily. Then you've got that one option that hardly ever changes, and this is Mystery Heroes in the bottom right. You know, I've been playing Mystery Heroes a hell of a lot during my Overwatch experience, and I've never really understood the reason why this is a permanent option in the arcade. Can anyone let me know why this is? I mean, there has to be a reason why it's always there. I guess it's probably because everybody plays it, you know, everyone thinks it's popular, I don't know. So anyway, why do I have a problem with all of this? What do I think Blizzard need to do to fix this problem? And why also do I think this might be a difficult thing to do? Now, before I go ahead and talk about this, I do not expect this to be a main priority for Blizzard at the moment. I know they're probably working hard to get more lore out of the game. In fact, I'd scrap the whole arcade change just so that we can have more lore thrown at us. Anyway, so they're also looking to improve the social aspect of Overwatch as well, such as the long-awaited guild system that we've been waiting for months. I guess the whole arcade hopes are far down the pipeline. I know this, but I thought I would bring the whole thing up at least anyway in this video. So the reason I have a problem with the randomization of the game modes weekly and daily is that we, the players, have absolutely no control over this. Every day, Overwatch randomly picks a game mode daily, and they pick 2 game modes for us to enjoy over the week. This bothers me because I have to wait and wait and wait to finally see a game mode that I want to play. Yet, every day, the arcade just chucks out ones I'm not happy with, such as 1v1. I don't ever play that mode because I don't like 1v1 at all in any game, let alone Overwatch. I don't like 1v1 in any game. Then the following day it'll throw out Capture the Flag, which again I haven't enjoyed playing lately. Right now the modes are starting to become more of a chore to play, and it shouldn't be like that. Overwatch, however you play it, should be a game that makes you decide what you want to play, and I feel the best way to show this at all if we could somehow edit the arcade so that we could select game modes we want to play, and then we could play them, and then disregard other game modes that we don't want to see. The other idea, of course, is to have, rather than have 5 options in the arcade, how about instead of 5, we have 8 or 10 options? This would all be editable as well, so you could just put your favourite game modes as top priority and then others lower down the list. I do believe I've said this a few months ago in a video. Now, the one problem with this idea, however, is that the more game modes that are available at one time, the longer the queue times will be, which really annoys me. I do believe that people have said this in the past in comment sections. I know that Mastery and Gamer has said this as well. Like, if you've got too many game modes at one time, you know, the queue times will be ridiculous. And I totally understand that. I really do. I mean, people will argue that there is the game browser available. Let's not forget about the game browser. So you could literally go in there and find different types of game mode that other players have drawn up. But I'll be honest with you guys, I have never used the game browser for a long time. In fact, when you visit the game browser, there's like stuff in there that you pretty much see every other day. You think that because it's been there for a while now, people have been able to draw up some real unique stuff and unique game modes that are really interesting to play, but all you ever see is stuff like if I see you move, you die, or Genji versus Hanzo, or hide and seek, anything as obscure as that. Like, there's like 3 game modes, and it's like they're up every other day, and like I want to see like different stuff every day, not like the same stuff every other time. Also, is it just me, or is it that whenever I go to search for a game mode that isn't currently in the arcade, and I go into the game browser to see if anybody has made a game for it, so for example, Capture the Flag. Yes, I know I've already mentioned I don't like the game mode, but say for example I really enjoy that. It's not in the arcade, but if I go into the game browser to see if anybody's made a game for it, I can't find one anywhere. And there's literally no point in making a game for that yourself, because, you know, hardly anybody's going to join that. You'd be lucky to get like 1 or 2 players, and then after a few seconds, they'll go bugger off somewhere else. So if I make a game mode on Capture the Flag, and I set everything up, I set a game mode in iAttire, and I wait there for about 5 or 10 minutes, and I won't get anybody. And, well, I'll get 1 or 2 players, and then, because hardly anybody's decided to join, they'll just go somewhere else. And you're just sitting there thinking, well, am I gonna get anybody joining, or anything like that? I mean, this is completely pointless if you ask me. Mind you, the one thing about game browser, which is fine and totally understandable, if you're into the whole idea of practicing your Widowmaker aiming, or if you want to practice McCree with other people practicing McCree, game browser is an ideal spot for you. You can literally find multiple custom games where people have drawn up special modes where you can like only pick Widow, or you can pick McCree or any other heroes based on hit scan, and you can literally practice forever if you wanted to. Like, you could go into any skirmish game mode with McCree, Widow. You could just literally practice for ages and ages and ages with other people that are trying to do the same thing. I mean, for those people that want to do this, I have absolutely no problem with that at all. So that people that want to do that, you go ahead and do that. You continue doing that. Because it's probably the only way you're going to be able to practice those heroes anyway. I mean, if you were going to try and do this in comp, then you get a lot of people getting toxic. You get a lot of people just throwing abuse at you. I mean, yeah, we have the whole LFG system that sort of like tones that down, but I mean, it's not going to stop people from getting, like, some people from getting frustrated at certain parts of a game where, you know, people like McCree's, people like Widowmakers are not doing very well. But anyway, so let's just forget about the game browser for one moment. The loot box system in arcade. Now, this is fine. The loot box system, so every other week, you play in the arcade and get 3 loot boxes out of it. If you get 9 wins, that's fine. Blizzard do not need to change this at all. I love the idea of this because, you know, it encourages us to play arcade if we want to attain loot boxes every week to see what cosmetics we get. I mean, you know, this is how I'm able to farm loot boxes so I can do a seasonal loot box opening every event. I love farming them in the arcade, and then at the end of every event, I open around 30 loot boxes to see what I've got inside them. I mean, doing it at the end of the event is, you know, pretty pointless because you want to do it at the beginning, right? Because you want to see, because everything is new, you just want to open everything, you know, you want to open all of your loot boxes as soon as the event comes out. But I like to work for my loot boxes personally. That's why I farm and open them at the end. So, what do you guys think? Should arcade have a complete change? Like a complete rework? Should it have more options? Should it allow you to choose game modes that you want to play rather than have it be randomized all the time? I mean, yes, we all understand that, you know, the more game modes available, the longer the waiting times. I get that. But would you want to see this? Maybe you're a person that doesn't care about the arcade and just gets their kicks in the game browser. I mean, let me know. I mean, you know, I don't get very many comments or anything like that. I'm a small YouTuber, so I don't expect to have many comments. But if you are watching this, maybe drop a comment down below and just let me know what you think. Because as somebody that uses the arcade quite a lot, I really want this to change, and I'm sure that you yourself want this to be changed as well. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And yes, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at ChrisModer9. Check me out on my Google, Facebook, Pinterest, Twitch, and of course, my eBay store. Make sure you click on the notification bell if you want to be updated with any videos that I intend to do in the future. Have a great day, have a great life, be nice to your fellow gamers, because we're all human beings. I've been Chris Moder Games. Until the next video, I shall see you later. Hey door, and peace.